Hi everybody, Randy Wakeman. A windy, muddy day here. Warm for late December in northern Illinois. This is a quick look at the Fabarm XLR Chesapeake 28-inch barrel. I'm going to test functioning with 1 ounce loads. These are Fiocchi 1 ounce 1250 foot per second loads. So we'll see if it can handle loads this light. That's on the light side. Now with a good break-in and generous application of G96, probably do it, but I think you're better off with 1 ounce 1300 foot per second loads or 1 ounce and an eighth loads. Let's try a couple ounce and an eighth loads. Alrighty, these are Remington Clay and Field, 1200 feet per second, 1 ounce and an eighth. So we'll check the cycling with these loads. Problem. Problem. Not good. So we'll try it again. Remington Clay and Field, 1 ounce and an eighth, 1200 feet per second. Stovepipe. Did not feed the next round. That one ejected. Let's see if I can improve that with a little lubrication, which I've not done. I personally think the G96 is the best thing going. What I happen to have with me is Rem Oil Pro Cubed. So the main thing is the action bars. So we are going to shoot the action bars on both sides. And on the inside as well. Grab a paper towel, dab up the excess. There really isn't much excess, but you get a nice wetting action, cycling the action a little bit. And while I'm at it, I'm going to give it a quick wipe on the magazine tube. Now it looks like this gun's been shot before. You can tell by some of the fouling, which is normal on the piston here. When you lube, you do not want to lube this fella, the pulse piston, because that acts as a brake. So don't lube that. Anyway, we'll see if that improves things. So those action bars are key. Move that back and forth a little bit. And that should give us a good wetting action inside the receiver. Of course, the right way to do it is to take it all down and take care of the inside of the receiver before you fire the gun. But we'll see if that did it. Same shells, Remington Clay and Field, 1 ounce and an eighth, 1200 feet per second. There we go. So we've got about 5 foot ejection with those. Amazing what a little bit of lubrication can do. And of course, this gun is not something that I've shot for an extended period of time with heavier loads, etc., etc. They all tend to loosen up a little bit as time goes on. And I've spent almost no time with the Chesapeake. So don't be disturbed if your gun jams and you didn't bother to give it any lubrication. So, what about the Chesapeake? Well, this has a 28-inch barrel with a tapered rib. It's got a beautiful Cerakote midnight bronze finish, both on the receiver and on the barrel. You can see that's a fairly wide tapered rib. A couple of things that puzzle me because I'm easily puzzled. There is this green insert at the back of the receiver which doesn't do anything for me. I find it annoying, but it's there. I wish it wasn't, and I wish there was a matching midnight bronze piece of plastic you could slide in to replace it. I don't know why they do it. Some people, somebody somewhere must have thought it was a grand idea. I don't care for it. It also comes with high-vis light pipes. You can change from yellow to green to what's factory installed red. I'm not a big light pipe fan either. For me, just a simple single bead at the muzzle, either traditional nickel or brass, and I'm good. The rest of the stuff, for me personally, is just a distraction because I really don't care to look at the barrel. I want to look at what I'm shooting at. Other people don't look at it quite the same way. So let me break a couple clay pigeons maybe. You can see how easy this is to load. Very nice, generous loading port. I like that. One thing I do like about the XLRs, the waterfowl, XLR 5 waterfowl hunter, and the Chesapeake, is the safety. You got a nice, generous safety and a larger trigger guard. So with gloves on, cold weather, rainy weather, melting snow, frozen hands, that is a big benefit. See, it's windy enough where it's pushing the birds down. Now that I've taken a few shots with the 1 1/8 loads, let me go back to the Fiocchi 1 ounce 1250 loads and see how it does. Here's our little orange Fiocchis. Again, I like the nice, easy loading. You're not going to get any Benelli thumb or sore thumb from this one. No problem whatsoever cycling the 1 ounce loads. So it's just amazing what a little bit of good lube can do. So this is about a, let me get back in the sun here. So this is about a 7 1/4 pound gun. I'd call it slightly muzzle heavy. That's my feeling on the matter. Of course, when you load it up, it gets a little bit more muzzle heavy. So it's a 28-inch barrel. I personally would prefer a 26-inch barrel with this model. They do make XLR 5s and XLRs in Italy with 26 and 24-inch barrels. That would be my preference. In the United States, 28 or 30-inch is what we've got for the Chesapeake. So the muzzle heaviness I don't like for pheasant hunting. A little different if you're sitting on a stool, if you're in the duck blind or the goose blind or the goose pit, which is really what this thing is designed for. But I think with a shorter barrel, you'd have a better all-around gun. The trigger is excellent. A little under 3 3/4 pound brake. Certainly will not, like a lot of guns, I could bring out the trigger gauge. It is about 3 3/4 pounds, but With the safety off, you can see how easily the trigger breaks. So it's a nice crisp, far better than average for an autoloader. I like the XLRs and XLR5s. The pick of the litter currently for a waterfowl gun, in my opinion, would be the XLR5 waterfowler, which has the long rib, the rib that extends all the way over the top. That has a camo barrel and it's a green Cerakote just on the receiver. Now that's my personal preference. Other people may not see it the same way. This gun, if it was a 26-inch barrel and we got rid of the goofy green insert and put a regular bead on it, I think it would just be absolutely terrific as an all-around gun. It also comes with shims. The sling studs are easily added and removed. So, like all Fabarm guns, it's a well-made gun. The barrel is rated for steel with all chokes up through the 9/10. I have a flush 7/10, which is essentially a full choke. Rated for steel, rated for tungsten, so you've got no issue there. I've mentioned, I've got a picture that shows this a little better. There's a little gap on this comb insert that I don't think is quite right. It's less than 100% perfect. I don't know how well you can see it on the camera. I've taken closer pictures. So that's not quite up to snuff what I expect from Fabarm. The waterfowler doesn't have that. So I'll get their opinion on that. But you can see there's a little gap. It doesn't affect anything, it's just unsightly. I see a white line here and there's a pretty big gap. And it's just not perfect. But as far as the gun itself, originally this was scheduled to be a 2021 model. But as everybody knows, we've had a real mess as far as supply chain difficulties, shipping difficulties, and manufacturing difficulties, with Italy being extremely hard hit, particularly early on. So a few of them have just now made it to dealers. I would expect more to become available as time goes on. There's just very few out there right now, so this should be considered a 2022 model. So that covers it. It is, of course, a gas gun, very soft shooting, easy to clean. Since it is a waterfowl gun, we have a little bit bigger bolt release button, bigger trigger guard, and the safety is the big thing. And I don't know, I wonder if this safety could be adapted to an L4S, because it's just a larger safety on one side. On the off side, you just got the small button. So, I don't know. That's a good question. I'm going to ask. That's how I learn things. If it is, I would upgrade my L4Ss to this safety because I really like it. Good safety, good bolt release. Easy enough to hit with. It's just I don't go for all the Christmas tree ornaments. I don't need a center bead. Certainly not on a hunting gun. So the colorful light pipes, the insert and the center bead, I can do without. Some people must like them. So I'll do a text review as well. So it's up to you. Check them out at your local Fabarm dealer. They're both excellent guns. The XLR5 3-inch hunting guns have always been solid guns. But I think for the duck blind, the goose pit right now, I think most people would be happier with the XLR5 waterfowler, because that raised rib is just an excellent sighting plane. Even though you're not looking at the rib, it's in your peripheral vision. It's excellent and it's unique. So that's my pick of the two. But it's good to have choices. And this model, as well as the XLR 5 waterfowler, you can get them in left-hand eject, true left-hand models. So left-hand shooters have not been left out of the picture. So that's it for the moment. Thanks for stopping by.